All right, welcome to the 87th episode of the Drinking Partners Podcast. Yes, this is our Robert Brooks episode because he played for the Packers with Antonio Freeman, had a dope dynamic duo at wide receiver, which I think Day and I, one light-skinned dude, one dark-skinned dude. It kind of works perfect. Yeah. Pulled that one out of my ass, Day.
Hey, man.
Completely out of my ass.
Packers are my second favorite team.
That's a weird thing. You can't have a second favorite.
You got to have a second, man. You got to have
you
AFC
got your
and
squad,
team.
and then you got the rest of the league.
See, that's that Yinzer, that's that fanatic mentality. Like, I like football, man. Like,
you like to watch?
I got an AFC and an NFC team,
You
man.
can like the, hold on. You can like the sport. So that's where everybody else is. So I appreciate, like, I'm from Cleveland, so I'm a Browns fan. The only place I want the trophy.
You talking about loyalty as a Browns fan?
No choice.
You're a Browns fan.
At all.
And you don't have a second team? Like, I feel like you.
Okay.
Oh, man.
You should have
We're
a
off
first
to a
team.
good
I
start.
feel like the Browns should be
Time
your
out.
second
You
team.
wanted a reason to bring
I
up
didn't
being
introduce
from Cleveland.
none of you motherfuckers.
That's what happened.
I didn't
man.
introduce none of y'all. Like,
You
y'all
could-
can't. Day, I didn't say your name yet. Like, y'all gonna just come at me before the intro's up? Like,
Yo,
you that early?
when you're proclaiming that you're a Browns fan, I feel like that's a
you
green
could tell
light.
there's
You
a
brought
lot
the
of-
conversation to that point.
Yeah,
There's
you knew
a
what was
lot of
going to happen.
Nobody else introduced being
You
from
knew
Cleveland.
what was going to
You did
happen.
that.
You knew. You weren't surprised.
I am half
You
of the
did
host
that.
in tandem, Ed Bailey. I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Dave Bracey. Say what up to the people.
What's good with you peoples? We are Drinking Partners, and if you're looking for us, you can find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Facebook.
Get it. Come on, you looking real studious right now, so let's make it work.
You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Libsyn, and also Google Play under Drinking Partners. And you can find us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter at PartnersPod. Look, man, 87 episodes, you know? We've been asking you for the same thing. We're going to keep asking you, man. Rate and review on iTunes, man. Takes you about 30 seconds, you know what I mean? Please, rate and review. That's how we know what we're doing well. That's how we let others know that we're doing well. And that's how we continue to do well. So please, man, take 30 seconds out.
Hey, you love us. You tell us you love us when you see us. Now just put it on the internet. Just put it on the internet. Hey, this is a special episode.
Yeah, it is, man.
Very special. Feeling great. Wifey's in the building. She
Yeah,
hasn't happened in a long time.
The wifeys, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they in the building. We just came off of a hot ass set over at Pittsburgh Comedy Festival.
At the Henry Hyman. Is it Henry Hyman or Henry Heyman? I feel
you know
weird
what?
saying Hyman.
I
I've
know.
been saying Heyman.
Heyman,
saying
yeah.
Heyman?
It's spelled like, I'm gonna ride with that. It's
gonna
a
ride with Heyman?
less awkward conversation, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gotta have us explain it, you
I
know?
haven't performed in a woman's hymen on Pitt for a long time, man.
I was over at the I was over at the Hyman getting it in, you know what I mean? Like, that's a conversation that I don't want to have with my coworkers. So, yeah, no, the Heyman. And we had a dope set. I mean, here's the thing, right? You know what I mean? It's Pittsburgh Comedy Festival, third year in. And diversity was the trend. We got on NPR before the show. That was weird because I didn't know I was on NPR until like after, and they were like, "Oh, you were at NPR." I was like, "Oh shit!" I thought it was just like a local article. Like, what the fuck? So then I was like, "Did I sound stupid?"
Nah, you sounded good. You threw your All-State man on. You had it.
But no, it was a dope lineup. We had comics from all around the country, man. I was fans of these folks before I actually got to meet them. I saw them in person. They killed it tonight. Stone and Stone, Suzanne Lawrence, Norlex Belma. You know what I mean? And Norlex is in the building tonight. And we also have the headliner, Quincy motherfucking Jones, man.
Say what up to the people.
How you guys doing?
Very cool.
Yeah, he got the motherfucking. That's real. Like, once you get the name, motherfucking, then the last name, you doing something right.
I mean, you serious?
So that's my best credit today.
Motherfucking.
Dave saying motherfucking headliner Quincy Jones. That felt good.
Doesn't it feel good when Dave's got that voice, man?
You do got the NPR voice. That's why you're on NPR. You feel me?
Man.
Yeah, I feel.
See, you can't compliment Dave because then he starts making noises. He stops speaking and he starts growling and shit.
I
Like,
feel like everybody here has a dope voice but me. I don't even want to be in the podcast too much longer. 'Cause I just want to listen to you niggas talk.
I don't like my voice on the internet. It sounds weird. It's more nasal than I thought, which nobody wants to be nasal.
Not Gucci Man nasal though.
Gucci sound like he had a Sudafed.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
That's
That's
a
what
different
I-
level.
A lot of
level
reasons why
nasal
his
activity. His is
he's
medical.
congested. Yeah.
So what's up, Quincy, man? How was it being the headliner down there?
Man, it's a great festival.
Yes.
It's a great city. I love the hospitality that was shown here. I'm happy to be here in this podcast. I'm not gonna lie, I was hesitant as we were waiting for you guys to approach the Bat Cave, but upon realizing, as we entered the Bat Cave, it was dope.
Yeah, like
But outside the Bat Cave is not dope.
Yeah, but like when you roll up, like it's in Allentown, and shout out to Allentown. It's a developing, developing scene.
Is that the adjective we're using?
But
Developing.
you still got like there's a loud ass like rap concert across the street. There's a lot in
It's
there.
a
aggressive.
rap concert
Like
at a vape
Little
shop.
At a
Uzi
vape
Vert
shop.
and
Vape
Lil
shop.
Yeah,
Yachty.
please make sure the people know that.
Yeah.
At a vape shop.
This ain't no venue. This is a vape shop, and they turning up.
It's a vape shop.
Mad niggas outside.
Yeah, mad niggas.
Like, and there's a
It's-
corner store right next to the vape shop. The niggas for 2 storefronts down. And then there's a house with niggas in the stoop. I'm like, there's 3 venues for
Like
niggas
they
right
ain't
now.
gotta go out. They just live by the club.
Yo, they just they're like, yo, what you about to do? Nigga, you know what I'm about to do. Go downstairs, grab something from the corner store, post out by the vape shop, look for something to fall out. That's
When you playing the let out of your pajama basketball shorts and some slides, like, yo, shorty, where you at?
yo.
Where you
You
going?
not trying you not trying to go home with me?
I'm home.
I got
already.
these compression sandals. I'm all Nike'd out.
And like when we first came to the studio, we came in the daytime,
Yeah,
and we was a little shook.
looks very different.
Yeah, I mean, so like, but the thing is, being down here and like being the same, like you get here, you're like, I don't know. Then like, let's go in the basement. You're like, I'm not even cool with the outside. What the fuck you mean in the basement? And then you take you in the basement. You're like, and then you see this fucking studio, and they're like, oh shit.
Word.
You know what I mean? But we appreciate.
How long has the studio been here?
Epicast.
Sorry.
Work Hard Studios, man. This is a great space. A lot of great talent comes in and out of here throughout the community. And shout out to Allentown and all the businesses around here. Black Forge just celebrating their first
Godfather.
year. You know what I mean? We got the Academy across the street. We got Drip Lounge. Paisanos. Like
You know everything about this city, bro.
Yeah, he's
You're
been
a true
trapped in.
homer.
He's
Yo,
been
you
tapped
tweeted
in.
the Pittsburgh Terrible Towel on a flag or some shit. Like, you definitely are a true homer, fam. He knows every, like, who is that in that show that knows? I fucked it up. I can't think of who it is. can't-
Yeah, no, I mean, the Terrible Towel, which was crazy. I talked to Tony Rock, and he was like, "Yo, I'm a big Steelers fan."
Yeah.
I mean, number
Why
one.
would you?
And,
That's irrelevant.
nah, man, because you said the Terrible Towel, and I just want to say, Terrible Towel. This is the number one franchise in all of sports. So shout out to Steelers.
Yo, thanks for having me on the podcast, man. I appreciate y'all having me. But I'm not here for this slander of the other NFL teams.
Nah, who's your team?
It doesn't matter. It's not. Steelers is not the best organization in football.
Here we go.
It
Of
might,
all time.
it might have the best fans.
Okay,
Right.
I would agree. Well,
All right.
most faithful.
What would you say was not the who? In what category, my friend?
Well, if we're talking about fans,
Mm.
you guys are up there. I've been to like a lot of cities and been to a bunch of games. So
Okay,
I definitely say you guys are up there with the fans.
Mm.
Team wise, I mean, Niners,
Mm-hmm. They got what, 5 rings?
they got 5.
Yeah,
I got 5.
Mm.
You guys got what?
6.
6.
I'm not
Yeah.
a Steelers fan.
So
I
we're
can't, you
beating-
can't say
we're-
you guys.
Wait,
though.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
say
forgot
here.
for a second. What did you say you were?
Brown.
I'm a Browns fan. I don't understand.
I'm glad I don't have.
Oh,
I'm glad I don't
man.
have to be the
Browns
guy.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why that's so terrible.
Because
I
they're
get
so
it.
terrible.
I know.
You knew that was bullshit before it left your mouth.
Nah, but you know what? King's Landing got an NBA championship. So
That is true.
shout out to the
True.
Cleveland Cavaliers
Mhm.
for
We holding on
coming
to that
down,
forever.
coming back from 3-1, doing the impossible in the finals.
Whoa,
Shout out to
this
Cleveland.
conversation's
Man, that was
taking a
one
lot
of-
of turns.
That was the
Are you-
greatest fucking comeback in sports, man.
That
It
is-
was
I
top
heard
5.
the Rocky theme song play every game. Like, getting stronger. I was like, go LeBron. When he blocked Iguodala, I was like, nigga.
Hey,
this
yo,
is-
I honestly, I turned to my girl. I was like, he may have won the championship with that fucking block.
Yep.
When he
Yeah.
went fucking from court to court
Yep.
and Superman that shit, I
Yep.
was like, he may have won the
Boom.
fucking championship with that shit, man. And then when old boy fucking threw it off to the, you know what I mean, like out of bounds, I was like, what the fuck? They're shook. They're shook.
Hey man, we gonna hold on to that one forever. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I'm holding
Yeah.
on. I still watch YouTube.
Wait,
highlights
isn't your
of that.
quarterback RG3?
That is true.
I feel like I'm a fan of RG3.
I feel like it's
Are you a big
disrespectful
sports fan?
to
I'm a
mention
huge-
a
I'm a huge
quarterback to a
sports
You never
Cleveland
said your
fan.
squad.
I know, but I'm a huge sports fan. I'm a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
I love.
What's
I
your
love
favorite sport?
My favorite sport,
Yeah.
hoop.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I
who's your favorite
played
team?
hoop from like little kid all the way up to
And
college.
what's your pro team?
Yeah, what's your favorite team?
I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay.
I was Sonics, and then
Draw
we lost the
4.
team. Lakers.
What'd you draw for?
Yeah, like there's certain organizations you bring it up. It's like I draw 4. Like you want to.
got it.
You're cool.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get it.
I mean, Kobe could we just had Kobe Day,
That happened.
8/24.
Who's your favorite player?
Yeah, he
coming
dropped
up?
90
in
Like,
this
you-
finale.
Coming up as a Lakers fan,
60.
who was one of your favorite
Yeah,
players?
but it's
coming up?
90 for him.
I mean,
Because he's like 50.
Worthy.
Bro.
Worthy was. I mean, he's Hall of Fame, but I feel like he was underrated compared to Magic. But Magic wouldn't have done it without Worthy.
But I'm just at like, who's your favorite as a kid, as a Laker fan? Like, who
Kobe.
was your favorite? Kobe.
Kobe.
Word? That's the era you came up.
Kobe
in?
could do no wrong.
Yeah.
Kobe could. The nigga dropped 60 for his final game. I don't know how else you top that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you close out that. LeBron probably won't drop 60 for his last game of his
There's
career.
not many people.
Nah,
that
But
will.
could he?
not.
Yeah, he's not going to.
Well, he
It's like
I don't
Kobe
hate. I don't
super
hate
chuck.
on nobody's
Super
anything.
chuck.
I'm a happy fan now. I have a championship, so I don't have no reason to be angry. You like Kobe? I respect that.
I
think
I
Kobe's
respect
dope.
all teams.
I feel
You
like
never hear me shit on a team.
Okay.
I'll never shit on any team. I'm not shitting on the Steelers or the Sixers or no, I'm not shitting on any team. I'm a huge sports fan. I follow all franchises.
So, just real quick, this shit got like weird because we kind of like have been kicking it for a little while, so we know each other. We get into this shit. But for the people that don't know you, Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
introduce yourself, man. Like, what's your background, man? Who are you?
Dad, I just want to say that was real smooth.
It's the shirt, man.
Direct. No one picked up
You
on
keep
that.
the stance right now?
But the nigga steered the conversation back to podcast format.
It did.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, we been kicking it. We got a good rapport.
Yeah.
I done drove you home drunk. So what I want you to do,
Yeah.
I want you to do for the people who haven't had the pleasure of driving you home drunk. Go ahead and tell them a little bit about
All
yourself.
the stuff.
So, my name's Quincy Jones. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I live in L.A.
Yeah.
I'm a comic. I love comedy. I'm really happy to be here at the Pittsburgh Comedy Festival.
How long you been in comedy?
I've been in comedy 7.5 years.
Nice.
Coming up 8 November 29th. I met Lex. I met Lex in New York when I was making one of my trips out there.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I'm about to do the festival too. I was like, yo, we got to connect,
Yeah.
And so I hit up Lex. We talk every now and then and been connected out here. So it's good. Like I love going to different cities and doing comedy and meeting the comics. I always do an open mic in every city I'm
Oh,
at.
yeah, you
Okay,
crushed
yeah.
Hambones.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Hambones.
Hambones, a long-standing open mic, like one of the best in the city.
The
It's
best-
the
and
shout
longest
out to
running
Derek.
now.
Yeah, longest running.
It was
If you're
great.
ever
Yeah,
in
as a
Pittsburgh
known.
as a comic, like shout out to Hambones. Stop there. It's worthy. You get a lot of great names that'll could just stop by afterwards because that's the mic. Like if you're here on a Thursday,
Yeah, that's the most consistent, Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Derek.
Shout out
Derek
to Derek
Mento.
One
Yeah,
of the
Very big
execs
part of
Mento.
Pittsburgh
PCF.
Comedy
Yeah,
Festival.
He's one of the execs on PCF and
Yeah.
kind of like my boss in the whole industry or whatever. So
We have another person from the Pittsburgh Comedy Festival here. She's not on but her name is Beth what? Beth Fogel.
Beth Fogel,
Fogel.
shout out.
Strong Polish
You're my
name,
first
guys.
Fogel.
Beth Fogel.
I think you're my first Fogel.
Fogel.
I've
Real
now
life
met a
Fogel.
Fogel. I've reached a certain point in my life.
Nice.
I feel like the other Fogel just faded away.
Rothschild.
I think we threw the other Fogel away. Like everyone's like, oh, like we all scratched him off the list of Fogels, and Beth got promoted to the #1 Fogel in the game. They don't even ask her, "Is there any relation?" Like, do you really want me to slap you?
Please don't now.
Now you got the drinking partners bump, so now you are officially the Fogel.
Fogel.
Yeah,
The Fogel.
you can wear that.
So how did you get into comedy initially? Like, did you always wanted to do it, or were you a fan of it initially and just like, let me try it out?
A little bit of both. I remember being a kid, like just thinking of funny thoughts, and then watching Chris Rock's Bigger and Blacker,
Okay.
and thinking like, I got thoughts like that. But just always like, I grew up poor, like dirt broke, like going to food banks all the time, like going through Lost and Found in middle school for clothes. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I grew up, and in the height of black consumerism in the 90s.
Yeah.
So like, if you didn't have
That's when we
FUBU
started
shit, like
brands.
you were frowned upon. So like I always had humor as a way to like defend myself or de-escalate situations, you know. And so I've always had a sense of humor. And then like I remember I went through a breakup that crippled me, and then I just started drinking and doing comedy, getting up like 5 times a week, and then just talking about. And I started when I was older too, so I never went through the. So I'm single, and I never went through you know what I'm saying, Jack on, like Star Wars. I never went through that phase. So, I mean, but God bless those who did.
You know what? I actually went through that phase, and I had
they
to get
initially
I was like 30. I was straight, like because like for me, it was I put on like and still a lot of my comedy is like what I have been living the most of my life. You know what I mean? So when I get to 30 and I get on stage, like this is what I know, this is what I rehearse. So just kind of went in that direction or whatever. But how shit, no, I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
Did you start? What city did you start?
I started in Seattle, Washington, man.
Okay,
Shout
now
out to Seattle. Great city, great scene, great
It's
building.
very
scene.
similar to Pittsburgh. Your weather is
But
like,
not as humid. No, you guys are more closer to Boston.
yeah,
Like hill-wise,
but
racism
like the rain in
Rain's
the
a lot
nation,
over there, right?
Huh?
Rain's a lot over in Seattle.
No. It's overcast. It doesn't. Miami gets
Okay.
more rain than us.
Okay.
So like we don't get that much rain. Like
it's like England, because in England it's not always sunny. Like it's not always raining, but there's always an overcast. Yeah,
real talk. Random question. Is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia filmed in Philadelphia?
Yeah,
I would have to say. I'm not sure.
no, it is. Yeah,
They knows all. Like he's
That was
in,
random. That was
he's
random.
in
Pennsylvania,
he's in his
Pennsylvania.
I know all outfit. So
Yo, that is a fly outfit though. It screams knowledge. Peace, man.
how did you feel putting that on? Like when you that last look in the mirror, did you adjust the
here's-
tie?
Yeah, no, so yeah.
I wouldn't. Don't even say, Jay. Don't even say, Jay.
I looked at
Let
myself
the
at
listeners
least
in suspense.
35 times before I left. And I wasn't doing the set. And I knew that all y'all motherfuckers were like, listen, for everybody that's like listening, I mean, I don't know if I explained this or not, but all 3 of these motherfuckers that are on this podcast were on stage tonight, and they fucking killed it. And I may have done like 2.5 minutes of any kind of material, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to wear a bright pink shirt just so you can remember me. Because once these dudes come up here and shut this shit down, I'm just going to be like that guy. So at least be that guy with the pink shirt.
First of all, I'm not gonna let you do that bullshit, self-effacing shit. Like you are the quarterback behind the shit. Because without you keeping the show rolling and giving niggas great intros to keep your energy up, we just walk out to a bunch of people who are like, "We're here."
Yeah,
So-
I feel you. I feel like the dude that like, you mean like 13th off the bench, just kind of like just in there, just not fucking up. That's really all you got to do as a host. Just don't fuck up.
I don't think you know how many bad hosts.
Solid.
you
I was
have.
just gonna ask.
I don't think you get how many
Solid.
shitty hosts.
I was just gonna ask you because
don't fuck up.
yeah, I guess traveling. I mean, obviously you deal with a slew of different hosts. Like, how often do you deal with a bad host? Like, if you do 7 shows a week, how many hosts are good? How many are bad?
Like when are you getting on stage? Like
I don't see good or bad. I see less than ideal.
Less than ideal.
very PC. That,
You break up with
burned
women
no
well,
bridges
nigga,
with
do
that
I
I need to
song.
say what type of outfit you wearing right now? My bad, Prince. So, anyways,
Listen,
I didn't know that all of a sudden me being cool. This nigga, all right, I'm gonna let that one slide, Dave. The next time you fire a shot at me, though, I'm airing you out.
Hey,
This whole outfit.
I don't know why you waiting. Listen,
Nah,
he
yeah, I
knew-
work. He's
He's always ready to go at the
He
fit.
was wearing that shirt alone.
Always ready to go at
Yeah,
the fit.
like
I've done this podcast. I've done this
nigga Dave
podcast
look
twice
like
with them. Twice
a
with you
valet
guys.
for Victoria's Secret right now. You look,
He's Sean.
you look like he escort
shot.
the ladies to the fucking dressing room. Hey, there's 3 bras minimum, please. You can't take more than that. Okay, you see the shirt? Thank you. Appreciate that. Black
got
silk
the-
tie.
He
Silk.
got the silk tuxedo tie, right? He was like, I'm gonna get my shirt from JCPenney. I'm gonna get
But
my
then he
tie
rocked
from
the
Men's
Vans
Warehouse. Like
because he
that's
went through the
how-
mid 30s crisis. He's like, I don't
wanna
want
leave
to
him
sell out.
alone.
I don't want to put the fucking Bruno Magli's on. Okay, I want to keep it casual, fresh shirt, silk tie, jeans.
It's a
Vans.
Vans. I'm gonna throw some-
I didn't sell out, motherfucker.
I still could skateboard if necessary.
Yo.
on call. I'm on call.
You think I
within
can't
4
ollie?
days.
Jeez.
I can show you right now. You got dress shoes on, old man? No, I don't. I got these Vans on that look like sneakers.
See? The show is always much
Every
better
outfit.
when the guest also roasts what Day is wearing. I've seen him in so many poor decisions, and it's tough as a friend.
So many.
Yo, the cutoff gloves. The cutoff gloves.
No,
are
he
an
didn't.
all-time classic.
Oh man,
He didn't have the Avril
Yo,
Lavigne in
Yeah,
there.
mittens that
all-time
wasn't
classic.
fully mitted. Like they could
All-time
just be
classic.
on the lean back, just the
the
mitten part.
tactile
Tactile.
glittens.
His palms was warm, but his fingertips
Do you
were
feel
frozen.
yourself saying that?
Yeah,
Do you feel you saying that?
yeah.
That's not good.
The tactile glittens. Yeah.
So what's like a bad host? Like what do you think would make a less than ideal host?
Someone who butchers your name.
That's terrible.
Word.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You know, it's. I mean, and I'm a simple headliner. I pride myself on that. Like I'm really just happy to perform wherever. You know what I'm saying? So I love comedy enough to not even trip. But I've had people be like, "You could see his special on Netflix." I'm like, "It's on HBO." There's no Netflix. I don't have a Netflix special, so people are now going to look for a Netflix special that's not there. You know, but I mean, honestly, just I've had people do. You know what makes less an ideal host? Motherfuckers who do mad minutes in between sets, dog.
It's the one
Like-
you hate the most.
like-
Not about
host
shit, man.
lining.
See,
Right, yeah.
when
The
they was
host line
talking
sets.
about, yo, I feel like I'm just setting real rap, that's the host's job. And so many people get up there and like, yo, so we heard Lex talk about women, right? That reminds me of my girlfriend, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and they go like I had a
Piggyback.
host go into a full 7-minute bit
Ooh,
and then bring me
hate
up
those motherfuckers.
to like, and it didn't land, and then he tried to dig himself out, and I lit him from the side.
The headliner makes you like, it's over, fam.
I turned the light up, the backlight on the screen all the way bright, and lit him. Was like,
Come on, man.
I got it from here, bro.
Tag me in, bro. Tag
Come
me
on,
in.
brother.
All you gotta do is
Tag
make it
me,
to the
brother.
ropes. But do you feel like, because as a host, I guess when you get with a headliner of your caliber, that feels like your shot. You know what I mean? That feels like, so some people, I guess, they want to take that shot. I had somebody tell me that the host did 30 minutes,
Ooh.
like up front. I was
I
like,
probably wouldn't
damn.
even do the show.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
If the host is doing 30 minutes, what the fuck am I there for?
Yeah.
You think they want to hear me do longer than the host? He's the intro.
Yeah.
He's the intro. I'm supposed to, nigga. He's the New York State of Mind on Illmatic, right?
Okay.
All right, and I'm
Which-
supposed to be the other tracks, right? But he coming in doing One Love, doing all the classics. I'm like, fam, what am I supposed to do at this point?
How do you normally fuck with the host when you get on? Like if you have a less than ideal host, do you get on and kind of fuck with him about his set a little bit, or do you just are you hands off like, nah, I'm a little
I don't fuck with anybody. I
Okay.
I address what's in the room. I'm like, yo, give it
I
a
was
for all
about
the
to say,
comments
you
you've
don't
seen.
fuck with anybody. Like, yeah, you do great fucking crowd work, and you do a great job of making people feel awkward, and then bringing them back in, and they feel part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because it's never. Remember, our job is to entertain as many people as possible.
yeah,
Like we have to sit. Like every comic has an ego, right?
yeah,
But when we perform, we have to check our ego at the door and then entertain.
yeah.
You know, so our job is to entertain as many people as possible. So that means, like, I love all the shock comics. I love Norton. I love
Okay.
Patrice. I love Burr. I love everybody, right? But why would I just stick to my beliefs and run the risk of alienating or upsetting people when I know that I could be funny for them too? They paid to see me.
Yeah.
Literally, they're paying my bills. So why would I then, in some like subconscious shitty way, like shit on them when
Right.
they're paying my bills?
I mean, you're like you're coming off it like as a servant of the people at that point. Like it's like you,
It's customer service, fam.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
It
and,
is.
And
Yeah.
trust me, don't get it twisted. There's times where I'm like, yo, fuck these people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and act like, yo, the people are like, they're not always right. But my job is to give them what's right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
that's
you
my
gotta
job.
figure it out.
Exactly.
I
And it's
agree
a-
with that.
So it's like, it's a puzzle, man, because we be out there talking to people. Like, tonight's set, people, listeners, I had a good set. I'm not going to lie. Every comic before me, Lex, everybody had a great set. And the point when I went up there, I was like, man, all right, I'm ready. I was like, I saw everyone kill. I was like, woo, I'm going to swing for the fences. The first joke, I said, who, did the pitch even come? I said, oh, okay, all right, next one. Third joke land, I bunted and got thrown out at first. I'm like, all right, at this point, I have 45 more minutes to go. I was like, nigga, tonight's not your night. And rather than have an ego and try and like go longer, I was like, tonight you weren't the best in the show, so why not just be settled for being good? You feel me? Because we all have that. You're a competitor. You're a competitor.
Right.
You're a competitor.
Yeah.
We all want to be the best in the show.
Well, I mean,
We didn't get into it to
That
be
is
like
true.
second fiddle. So I'm not even gonna.
Right.
No one's gonna tell me anything otherwise. We all want to be the best in the show. And there's times where we know I killed that shit.
Yeah,
You know,
you know
Lex
that
know when he
feeling.
killed that shit. You know when he killed that shit. They know when he killed that shit. Right?
Well, here's the thing with like I mean what you're saying or whatever, like because like you had a great set, like in my my opinion or whatever, but like that feeling of humility and being able to kind of like bring it back, like coming out like, oh, I'm gonna kill it, and then like bringing back to humility or whatever, and readjusting. Like that is, that's a vet. I mean, like, because I always have the worst sets when I feel like I'm gonna kill that shit. When I'm overconfident,
Yeah.
I have the absolute like I'm like fuck. But like if I come up there, like if I got to take a nervous shit, you know what I mean, like,
Yo,
and
You're more
what-
focused though.
What's your pre-show routine? That's a good one.
it's nervous.
Nervous
I
shit?
shit in more public places than I care to admit, just because I have
Why
a
does it
nervous
always have
shit
to be
routine.
some shit like
it's
that?
it's just the part of what it is,
No,
man.
yeah, shitting is it's a normal
What's
part of
yours?
the game. Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, shitting.
So you both for
Wow.
shitters.
Are
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
Now my shit sounds weird.
what type of shit do you shit outside?
No,
What type of-
I literally, this is gonna sound stupid. I play Candy Crush. I just play Candy Crush.
so you don't shit at all.
I don't. Okay, so because I feel like I shit daily. I just don't shit in public places. I don't know, man.
Oh,
it just
what's
don't,
that life like to have a great bowel system? And you
I would say it's
Wow.
very,
I don't shit in public places.
bro. I have a very regulated schedule. I
don't
shit
have-
every day after work. Listen, I'm not telling y'all this shit.
Yeah.
Why is?
We're
I don't
asking you
shit
this
my-
because you have a
I feel like
hat
that's
on
a-
that
So
says
after-
"Know Me."
But I
Like,
You have
you're
a
like, why are you
shirt
asking me
on
all
that
these
says,
personal
"See me."
questions? Like,
There'll be photo evidence.
you have a dad hat that says "Know Me." Like, you sound like you just want to tell
So
stories
wait,
about
so,
your shit.
so after you do
Day, you
after you
can't
do your
talk about
20th
people's
set at the
clothes.
gym of bench pressing 100, then you like go to the showers and you're like, I want to shit, but no, like 100 sets, not like 100 pounds. Nigga, too
I'm not.
Y'all
I'm
not
not that
seeing-
crazy into the gym.
You shut up,
I wear small clothes.
shut up. But you got definition. Are you African?
No, what
He's got
kind of-
African. He's got African definition, folks, like a
Yeah,
Nigerian.
he's a black man.
That's Googleable.
That's kind of natural.
Yeah.
Google African definition. Google African
like
definition.
it's like pure.
They're
uncut.
cut.
He's like
They're
you got
action
you
figure
got
cut.
uncut jeans.
I'm putting that shit in my Twitter bio.
Yo,
African definition.
this nigga got my size shirt on, snug. I'm upset. All right, and then he doesn't shit in public. I don't even know why I'm on this podcast. Honestly, I did not come on here to be stunning
Hey
on.
man, I know there are more people who don't shit in public, man.
No, yo, listeners,
I'll
when
back
you
on
rate
that. I
and
don't do
review,
that often. I don't do that often. I really
Listen,
don't.
Not ever shit in public. I've shat in public.
Yeah.
I do what I can to avoid shit. And you know what? I'm not apologetic.
I
about
do
that.
too.
No, you don't have to.
No,
I gotta-
you openly shit.
I got a 7-layer routine. You know, I like if
Oh,
they
wow.
have if they have a little Lysol wipes or something like that.
I don't
you
wanna-
know,
wait, where you shitting that they got Lysol wipes?
you know
I
what?
barely get toilet paper rolls and don't scratch up my
Exactly.
cheeks.
They've got shittable bathrooms. That's why I want to get a bathroom at.
Yo, I'm
where
trying
you
to
can
move
just rate
to
bathrooms,
Pittsburgh
man.
because apparently their
bathroom?
their
The
public
bathroom game is
facility-
unreal.
Yo, LA's bathroom
Unreal.
game, insulting. You feel offended.
It's got mad graffiti on the wall and shit like that.
Yo,
Can't shit with a bunch of random messages around me. Like that's just weird.
it looks like lean on
It's
me.
middle school, man.
Like it looks like the lean on me high school.
Yeah.
Hey Lex, what's your routine, man?
Don't that can't be the first question you ask this man.
All right, so for those listeners, you've heard him before on at least 2 of the casts. He was actually on the third. Fourth, like, I mean, he was very early. One of the OGs of this drinking partners. He actually has been doing it much longer than us, and I mean, he kind of, showed us the way through this whole thing.
He crossed his leg. He gently landed the van on his kneecap.
He did gently place it, but the voice didn't break. And you guys might have heard him on the third podcast. Guys, give it up for Norlex Belma, everyone. Please, thank you.
Norlex Belma, everyone.
We got
Back to back. Hey, thank you. I'm going to clap for myself.
That's how you know you're doing something right. When two niggas introduce you.
Yeah, I'm going to clap something.
When you humble a nigga, that's when you killing the game. When you humble them upon the entrance.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Nah, but how's New York been for you, man? You done moved out of Pittsburgh, you moved to New York.
Yeah. New York's been fun readjusting to being back home in New York.
Yeah.
It was, like, difficult.
Because you're from New York.
Yeah, but I didn't
came out
recognize
to
a lot of
Pittsburgh,
shit, bro.
And then you went back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was here like 7.5 years, right?
Yeah.
It's like a prison bit, but nah, I don't really mean that. It's like when you say it, people be like, oh, you did time of top? Yeah, I did time of top. Yeah. So that's been the fun part, like being around like the places I grew up, people I grew up around, the fam.
Because the city changes, right? I mean, leaving and then coming back. Because like I did it with Pittsburgh, I left, and then when I came back, it was like a different scene. Are you seeing motherfuckers that like you grew up with that are like just stuck in the same shit, doing the same, and they like hit you up like, yo, it was good, let's go play Madden for 12 hours. You're like, nah.
I have those friends, but they're doing that but dope shit too.
Oh yeah? Oh, so yeah.
I mean, like, so like, I have friends of mine, like their routine was always like playing in jazz clubs since we were like 15, 16, 17. So then they went to school for it in the city or in the area, and then they stayed, and now like they're pro dudes in the clubs, right? Like friends of mine who were doing off-Broadway shit in high school who are now actually on Broadway. So that's the stuff, that's the same old, but it's not just, I have the Madden smoking Black and Milds in the room friends too, trust me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your people's Quincy Vidal, you put me on there.
Oh
to
man,
them, man.
they
that
are
shit is
dope.
so... Hey, if you're listening, man, Quincy Vidal, they're all over.
I don't mean just Vidal.
Vidal.
Yeah.
I never like.
I want to make sure the people
Vidal.
get it all the way right.
Word. Quincy Vidal, man. They
man.
are absolutely ridiculous. It's like a old school vibe. The lyrics are amazing. They got like a tribe, Fugees, like
all that.
Yeah, all that. Just like
all
the
snaps.
funk and yeah. So check them out. You put me on it. You grew up with them.
I'll take the opportunity to promo like my actual friends. So like Liasha and Caleb, they're a great rap duo.
Yeah.
Great musical talents, but they went to school for acting.
Yeah.
Right. So like they have like this real interesting kind of thing going on.
Well, they're animated in their lyrics,
absolutely.
and like they do like voices and different perspectives and characters like in their shit.
Yeah, and they have a live band, all trained jazz musicians. This is a super dope thing. I'm throwing it back to you, but thank you for the Blake Griffin to Chris Paul. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So how would you say the New York scene differs from Pittsburgh? And then I want to get your thoughts because you've been in New York. Okay.
Yeah, because we linked in New York.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where did you guys link up?
Outside of Broadway.
Yep.
Outside of Broadway. That's the first time because he showed up. I was there coming out to go do a show. I was like, hey, what's up? We're doing the same comedy festival. And then now we're here.
But then we connected at the stand
at
too.
the stand, right?
The stand,
right.
we really got a chance to chop game.
Okay, so when you saw him at Broadway, you didn't see him because you were
we was in passing.
Yeah,
but then at the stand,
that's got.
He was on at the stand. I was rocking out with Joe because I had my earlier show, and then we met and just rocked out for like the whole night. Then drank after that next door. It was a good time. Yeah man. You were asking me something.
It's how do you think the scenes differ being in New York now and having been in Pittsburgh?
The pool is just so much more to take in. Like,
well, you running into Quincy Jones just randomly at the Broadway and then at the stand.
There's cats that like you'll see once and like you'll see them like every day after that. But that dude was around you forever, but you just never met him.
Yeah,
like there's people that I've been next to like every day, 2-3 months, then finally actually meet them, and then it's like, oh shit, oh I know you now. Like we were next to each other every single day. But the scene, there's so many comics and there's so many great venues. There's so many in the middle venues. There's so many like places to get up and do jokes, right? So if you're trying to get stronger, like that's why I've really enjoyed it, like the absolute most.
Okay. And for you, Quincy, you started in Seattle. When did you move to New York, and when did you make that decision to go on the road? Did you go like right when you started, or were you doing it for a while and was like, you know what, I'm good enough to go full time?
Nah, it wasn't anything glamorous like that. Like I did it in Seattle, and I was like, I'm ready to go pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to LA. And I moved to LA in January 2012. And my goal was to just like the first year in LA. I don't know about the first year in New York, but first year in LA, that city does everything it can to get rid of you. Like it'll parking tickets, shitty job, crazy roommate, relationship issues. You know what I'm saying? Parking tickets,
like
traffic. Like these 6 things have broken greater people down than me. You feel me?
Right.
And they make you lose your shit. So LA, I made it through the first year, and the second year I set a goal of doing 1,000 sets. And I did that.
1,000 sets. Fuck. How does that break down?
3 a night.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's about 3 a night.
About 3 a night.
Yeah,
but it's 3 a night every night though.
Yeah,
like you gotta get up every
dedicated.
night. Like ain't no
dedicated.
You're like, I'm gonna take a week. Like like I got my wisdom teeth pulled that year. I went up that night. You know what I'm saying? I went up. Like I love comedy. Like I'm obsessed with it. I love comedy more than sex. I've turned down sex many times to just hit a stage, work out a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you sort of got to have that obsessive, passionate, mentality to really make it. Because otherwise, you'll fall in a relationship, fall in love, and stop grinding.
Yeah.
It's easy.
The death of success is comfort, man.
And I'm never comfortable. I'm never like. I tell her, man, Lex, I tweeted and was determined to get you in the show tonight. I was like, I will.
He was staging a coup. He was like, I'm not going on.
That was Anakin shit.
Lex coming through and like,
because they weren't giving me the concrete answer I'm used to. I'm like, yo, I haven't asked for anything. I haven't asked for anything.
Hey, it's super cool as when it comes to headliners, the whole fucking nine. Like,
all I ask is that you get my dude who's from this city on this show that I'm about to rock.
Word.
And they're like, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Yeah, and it rocked out well as fuck. Like, I mean, like, because like I said, I mean,
it rocked out well as fuck.
that is
a great piece of American
grammar.
prose. That was great, man.
Watch out,
great.
Shakespeare. We're coming for you right now.
Yeah, no, y'all killed it, man. It was a great line, and it was dope seeing like like putting it together, putting motherfuckers and like booking it. Having y'all having everybody book, and then when I talked to you and you were like, yeah, I was just kicking it with Quincy out in New York or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, like yeah, he's like super cool dude, da da da, like, and I hadn't even met you or whatever. Then I was talking to you online. I mean, Twitter, going back and forth or whatever, and just having like it's dope because in this scene in Pittsburgh, we don't have that whole black like concrete like identity and love and camaraderie that you get in that touring scene and other scenes. Like, when you look at New York, Philly, D.C., all on the East Coast, all those cities, like, you have a lot of black. Like, when I was in Philly, that shit was, there were so many comics, so many. New York, like, there's so many.
And a lot of them are in New York right now.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, and if you're in Philly, a lot of them go up to New York, a lot of them go to Jersey, a lot of them go to D.C. or whatever. For us, it's just Pittsburgh and then Cleveland up the road. You know what I mean? Like, we're basically cut off from any other black like Mecca, you know what I mean? So I'll say this in compliment to you guys. I mean, that's really changing with your shows, right? Like, because you've had the cats from Cleveland on your shows. What's the boy? Rob Ward,
right?
Yeah,
Titty.
You
had his man's the Titty. Then you had the cat from New Orleans.
Yeah,
right? So like.
Yeah,
we're building that network in that way. I mean,
and that's the thing is that like I love the fact that we can reach out and bring people in, and that's why like when I was looking at y'all, like y'all linking over, like you out of fucking California, you're over there in New York, and y'all linking up and being like, yeah, I mean, we're on the same fest, like that
on the pass by,
on the pass by,
yeah, what's up?
Yeah, like to have that like network across the country of like, I mean, brothers, like I don't know.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. The first real rap he and I had was talking about this outside the stand. It was like keeping it super real about like the link with like bros in the game, bro, like guys who's talking about stuff, but just who you are and like what we represent. That was the first like real rap that we had.
I mean,
this exact topic.
I really feel like I'm a fan of energy. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that good energy attracts good energy. It also attracts bad energy because opposites attract. You feel me? So our negative energy is what is supposed to be attracted to good energy, but we act surprised when good energy comes to us. Does that make sense? Like we're so expecting like someone to hating, but like the fact that like for me connecting with Lex, it didn't surprise me because quality realness attracts realness. You feel me?
Right.
Like the fact that I'm on this podcast now with you guys, it's not a surprise to me because realness attracts realness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I really look at everyone. I don't fuck with too many people, you know, but I definitely recognize like, oh, this is a good scene, good city. I want to do the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we appreciate it.
You know, and so like when I connected with Lex, it was no brainer. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I'm doing the podcast. I'm doing the festival too. I was like, we got to connect.
Word.
See him next time. Exchange numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, let's keep in contact on the real and let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We connected and linked up.
Do you ever find it difficult to maintain that realness? Just, you know, now with the accolades, you've been on HBO, you have your own, you know, stand-up special that was on HBO. So, like, because you run into a lot of headliners who sometimes don't want to be bothered, and doesn't necessarily mean they're not cool, but they're doing it full time and they're meeting people all the time. You know, you could kind of just want to have time to yourself, but you seem like a guy who will sit and talk to someone who's up and coming, chill, you know, drop some jewels if possible, or just give them a chance to be like, yo, this might be a cool dude.
Because you got to remember where you came from.
Real?
You got to remember what it was like. Like, I'm not, like, you know, I keep in mind, like, I still do open mics. I was talking about Lex last night. I was like, ain't no other headliner trying to go do open mic where I got a new joke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At open mic after headlining. You know what I'm saying? But I love
Immediately after.
Immediately. I was like, yo, let's hit this mic. I was like, yo, do we have to wait when we get there? He's like, no, I'll set it so you guys get right up. I didn't just say, oh, can I just get right up? Yo, could we get right up?
Yeah.
You feel me? So you got to remember what it was like when you started comedy. I'm one of those people, like, when you first moved to LA to do comedy, I'm one of the first few people you meet. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to walk in a room, sign up, not know what's going on, right? Not know anybody. Hope your cell phone battery life is charged, right? You know, you got to sit there, wait to go up. So, hey, man, what's your name, man? My name's Quincy, man. Like, yo, nice to meet you. Where you from? Da, da, da. You know, make that conversation, make that connection. You know, there's times where you may not be in the mood, but understand that these people are fans, and fans can become friends and friends. You know what I'm saying? Help you out.
Yeah.
Whether it's a retweet, whether it's a share, whether it's a like. We need, like, everybody needs each other. Ain't nobody an island. Bill Burr ain't no island. Patrice wasn't no island. He tried to be. Still wasn't no island.
Yeah. That's
You know
what,
what I'm
like,
saying?
with
That's the energy thing. Everybody
Obama,
got drawn to
when
him.
Obama said, like, you didn't build this. And that's the thing for me is, like, as I come up, like, I'm like, look, man, like, all of this is support. You know what I mean? Like, everybody that you talk, like, nobody does that shit by yourself. Like you said, like, with the family and whatnot. What I want to know is, what the fuck was it like doing the HBO special? Like, just showing up to the fucking venue. You're about to do a goddamn, like, HBO special. And
Do you
like
shit
that,
before that show?
yeah, did you shit before that show? Like, give us,
You shat in
us
the
that
HBO
experience,
office?
man. Like,
That's got to feel good. What would they had a bidet?
Did you get a Pittsburgh hello?
They had cottonelle toilet paper, right? It was
Okay.
like a beach towel in my ass. That's what it was. No, you don't do that. You don't just show up and
You don't
record.
show up and shit.
No, you don't just show up and record.
Right.
They're not just like get it. You know, like there's a whole process that goes behind. Like for HBO, I was there 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like I was there from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Ooh, shit.
Like I found the venue. That was I chose that venue.
Where'd
know?
you do it?
I did at the Terragram Ballroom in LA.
Okay.
I chose that venue because when the Kickstarter went viral and so many people showed interest, I moved it from the original because we only asked for 5,000. You know what I'm saying? And we were going to do it in one specific spot in Santa Monica. We didn't need a permit or anything like that. Then when it showed such a demand, that went out the window, and I had to find a bigger venue. You know, and
That's a
then
good-
you
that's a good
realize
problem to have.
all the aspects of the business that you didn't realize before. Then you realize venues and craft services and unions and parking and permits and all that stuff. So while people might like to think I just walked away with the remaining balance of 5, 5 and going to 50, That's not the case. The fucking venue costs $11,000. So that was that. So that's 11
Off the bat.
Gone,
off the
top.
bat. Then you're talking about the cameras and the crew and paying everybody who did that. Then you're talking about doing interviews for HBO. You know that they did the kicks. You know, they did a little. You know, the little thing, the press. They did it for that. Then you're talking about doing photos. You know what I'm saying? Then you're talking. Then you have to go perform. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to stick to the script. I can't riff. I'm great with crowd work. I had to go from scrambling as a QB to pocket
In the
QB.
pocket. What they did to RG3.
So like
I just want you to know that you
it's
set that up.
It's your special.
But my coach believed in me.
Hey man, you didn't have to. I was.
You threw. I had to throw it back. But yeah, go ahead. Jay.
It's your special, and you couldn't go over. I don't know if I got that right. Like, because I always thought that you would just do time and then they would just edit afterwards.
In theory, that's how it works. But also in theory, you get a whole weekend and they give you
The best.
5-6 shows to splice together.
Yeah.
Right? I did 2 shows one night. So I didn't have much room for error. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, we're good. Like, we're happy. Right? Like, it was good. It was a good set. HBO was happy with the first show. Then the second show, I was like, let me do me now. You know what I'm saying? This is my night after all. So I gave the suits what they wanted. And, you know, HBO was, they're really, really good people. The people that I worked with on the special were really amazing. The production team I worked with was really amazing. With comedy, you have to check your ego, man. I'm telling you, man, like everybody gonna eat. There's more than enough venues to eat, more than enough channels to eat. Don't look at someone else and be like, man, I should have got on that. I should have did that. You'll get there. Yeah. But the minute you think that you should be there before you're there, now you got to go another route.
Their path isn't your path. You know
I looked at a lot of comics I grinded with. You know, who I started, I watched them blow up before me. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like, people are like, are you jealous? Why would I be jealous? It's not my time yet. My time gonna come. I'm going for different goals. I'm not going to blow up rap. I'm trying to do this long. I'm trying to do a Carlin length, baby. You know, you got to set your
longevity,
goals.
Man.
Longevity,
the long term.
Now, I'm not just trying to like, I just want to get a late night set.
Yeah, I just want to get on Comedy Central 30 minutes.
Nothing, no single action changes everything completely.
Nah.
You feel me? There's not a festival. There wasn't. Anytime we look at them Hollywood stories where they're like, oh man, I was just in a coffee shop and they saw me and they like, but you practiced.
So and that's I had a conversation maybe like 2 years back with a comic, and we were arguing versus like, you know, is it hard work or is it luck? And he's like, you know what I mean, like, yo, you just gotta like, you know, you gotta be in a spot, but like you gotta have that shit set up. You have to have that footwork, that groundwork there, so that when the opportunity arises, you're ready. It's not just like you just hop on and like you happen to have a good night and boom, they found you and now you're like a millionaire. Like, nah, you have to have that groundwork where like you're in so many situations where nobody's there, nobody gives a fuck, but then you get that fucking thing. But if you put that footwork in, it's hard work. Like, yeah, it is a mix. Everybody that's the big, you know, it's a mix of groundwork and opportunity. Yeah. And like you were saying, like you put the groundwork in and then opportunity arose.
You work hard to be prepared for when luck hits. You feel me? Like, yo, I got cancer. That wasn't the catch. You feel me? The catch was I was ready for when Ellen was like, yo, HBO, Netflix, give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I couldn't do an HBO special, right? Like, if you were like, hey, do an HBO special, like, nah.
But that's it. I put it like this, man. You get everything when you're ready.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not. You're only ready. Here's the thing. We all, as comedians, we all think we're ready for the good, right? People looking like, yo, man, I want an HBO special. Word, my dude?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that comes with it that I don't think you're ready to deal with. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
I want to be on TV. Word, my dude? See, I wanted a late night set in 2013 when I did 1,000 sets. You feel me? I watched 5 friends get on Ferguson before me. went to their tapings, 5 of them. I submitted 7 times. I watched 5 people get chosen before me, right? Hurt my soul. The thing is, like, when there's good with the bad. You know what I'm talking about? So when you're like, I want to get a late night, so I want to get a credit. I want to do this, I want to do that. The bad that comes with it, when you get that late night credit, that late night spot, are you ready for the YouTube comments that come with that?
I hate all comment sections on
I
that.
don't
But
read
they there,
comments anymore.
but they there.
Yeah.
They are there.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And
Like
they're
when you
necessary,
put your
too.
special out, you ready for the criticism that comes
Oh,
with
it
that?
had to go crazy racist. I was on Reddit and I would post like refrigerator jokes and it would go racist. So I couldn't imagine like you coming out with an HBO special as a black dude. I'm sure it went crazy racist.
Bro, are you ready for the bad that comes with the good that you want? And a lot of people don't even think. They're like, oh, I want that good.
bad that can come.
It's like seeing a nigga with a car. It could be a beater car. Like, man, I want a beater car. But are you ready for that insurance, them gas prices,
Word.
that maintenance, that parking?
Yeah.
You ready for all that? I don't know if you are. So for me, it was like I worked hard to be prepared for when luck hit. So when I did that, I don't know too many people could have thrown a special together in 2 weeks.
I was gonna ask, how long did you have to prepare and like?
She
how
announced
was
it like March
different preparing?
23rd. We taped April 4th.
Damn.
So what did you have to? Did you have to do anything, or as far as preparation
Yeah.
from a set perspective? Did you?
I
have
wasn't
to,
doing an hour. I wasn't a headliner before that. I could headline.
right.
I have over 2 hours of material, but I wasn't headlining like that, you know? So I had to now structure. Like I said, I had to go from scrambling and riffing to pocket QB, taking the hits. Them jokes didn't land. Gotta take each hit,
Yeah.
feel it.
Scramble.
Right.
Can't riff out of it.
Yeah.
I gotta feel every joke and then work on that joke. HBO's like, yo, submit a tape of you doing your special or doing the material you think you might do in the special.
All right.
I went to Atlanta. They announced it on Monday, release Monday. I was already in a plane Monday morning going to Atlanta to start running the hour. I went to Atlanta. I went to Boston. I did Seattle, and I know LA. So I got 4 regions of the country. You see what I'm saying? Because when we live in a major city, or any city really, we get like caught up in the cocoon of liberalism. And we start thinking like, oh, all the country's gonna obviously vote for Hillary.
Nope.
No, dog, because there's a whole Midwest, there's a whole South, there's a whole upstate New York.
Yeah. South ain't been
There's
Who
a whole
ain't-
Staten Island.
Yeah.
Is that then I go?
No, I'm saying Staten Island. That shit's gonna go Trump probably too.
Yeah.
And that's
But
in
it's
New
like-
York City.
Yeah.
You gotta be mindful of. So I went to Atlanta, and the first tape, I think it's for legal, for HBO legal, to make sure none of your materials are gonna get like have them get sued or something. So the first tape I sent was good. So then I was like, okay, now I have to whittle down each, this set that I went, and then fucking send the jokes into the director. So the director knows what's going on. Send the jokes to HBO legal, written out. Sometimes they want format. You know what I'm saying? So they know what's coming. That's unnatural for a comedian. You know what I'm saying? To like
submit
write
that.
out to submit it. Patrice didn't want to do that. He's like, do I really gotta do that shit? They're like, yeah. And then they obviously, compromise for him.
Yeah.
But
So why Jameson?
Jameson Ginger?
Why Jameson?
I presume that's what you.
I'm asking you, like, why do you drink Jameson? Like, why is your liquor of choice? Is that your liquor of choice? What is your liquor of choice? I mean,
I'm old enough, Dave, that I only drink 5 things.
yeah.
Damn, 5.
Yeah,
That's
what's your 5?
liberal.
I drink Tito's and Cran,
What's that?
vodka Cran, but a specific type
Tito's.
of vodka.
Tito's is a
yeah,
good
oh,
vodka.
yeah, I know
I don't really
Tito's. Yeah,
like
Tito's
vodka,
is
but
good.
Tito's is good.
Tito's is smooth. Tito's, Moscow Mules, cider beer, Jameson Ginger, and what was the other one? Moscow Mules, Jameson. Washington Apple shots.
Washington
Nah,
Apple.
Washington
that
apple shot. Didn't
That's the only
expect
way
that.
I could drink Crown, honestly.
So what's the story behind? I mean, because we've been drinking a lot of Jameson together.
Yeah, we have.
Why Jameson? What's your like? How'd you get introduced to that? Why is that like an affinity of yours? Like, tell us a story about Jameson.
when I was going through chemo, ginger ale and Jameson were the only things that made me feel better. So, like, you know, without being a Debbie Downer, chemo's a motherfucker. So your body feels like vulnerable, like a nerve exposed. Your whole body's a nerve. You're exposed, and so you're just not at 100%. You just want something to sort of like bring you back to normalcy. And Jameson, you know, I like
He
ginger
was
ale.
a friend in need.
Jameson, I mean, like I said, it's one of the few drinks that I drink. So, oh yeah, and also, sorry, it's 6 Malbec wine. That's
Malbec
wine. That's a
Oh,
red
Malbec.
wine.
You know, that actually is fucking delicious, man. I didn't even know that was a thing until about like a year ago. And then
Malbec wine's amazing.
Yeah, like,
you drop Malbec, panties drop.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. That's
Every
like the
time.
upper level shit.
Because then it's like, if you say Merlot, it's basic. If you say Pinot Grigio, it's basic. You say Malbec or Chianti or Syrah,
Syrah.
It's coming off.
they shimmying out because they're like, this nigga's culture. That's what they say out loud. They're like, this nigga. No, they don't say it. But like, you know, I like, yeah, Jameson's my drink, man. I don't drink beer because it makes me feel fat, bloated.
It's kind of that's real.
Yeah.
Like
just
I
stopped
tried drinking
That's
an
real.
IPA. I
just
tried drinking an IPA 2 months ago. I'm still feeling bloated from it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how bad beer is to me.
Yeah.
But I respect every man who can drink it because I'm like, damn. Like I see him chug it, and I'm like, ugh. Ugh. Like they were like, hey man, we're about to go finish up. I'm drinking. I could down my Jameson ginger easy.
Yeah.
I see them.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all that carbonation, all those hops. Are you serious? Get out of here. You're
All the
gross.
carbonation.
Lex
do
drank
realize-
with me. Lex drank with me when I was when I had a surgery.
Hold on, you do realize this? Like they talk about beer.
No, man, we talk
Right.
about real stuff.
Oh no, we
That's
talk
how
about
you
real
feel. That's how you
shit.
feel.
Yeah,
There's a
no,
whole
like because
thing.
that
That's
shit
how you
is
feel. That's how you
like
feel.
because that's why that's why I don't drink shit beer because I'm like, why am I drinking icy I ate a fucking Coors and my stomach is full. You get like 3% alcohol, like it's shitty. You got to piss the whole time. Your stomach's full. You might puke. That's a lot of shit. That's why I take heavy fucking L's. You know what I mean? Like because you
Lex
get
drank with me. Lex was one of the few comics in New York that saw me like right because I got a surgery on July 7th last month that like they took out my spleen and my omentum, my abdomen wall, and so I was nervous. A lot of people don't know I was terrified, so I was living it up as maximum as possible. So we were
I
drinking.
never thought of that.
We were drinking this tough ass we were drinking tough. Like I have a deal at the bar next door that it's like $70 for all we could drink.
That's the Irish bar.
Yeah,
Like
the
right
one
next to
there.
it.
dope
Yeah.
as fuck.
And so I just 70 deaths on me. We just drink shots, everything. And it was fun. Put the couple bucks in the jukebox. Turn up, man.
What's your liquor of choice, Lex?
Crown.
Ugh.
That's cool.
But no, I told you I drink. I drink it
You
with
ain't
I drank
changing
it with
his
you in the
mind.
shots. You had the shots last night, right?
Yeah, we did shots of Jameson. The first when I first got there, I had ordered a Crown Straight, and then I had another one, and then you were like Jameson time. I was like, cool. I'm kind of on this gravy train already. All right, so started doing that. Got myself one, and then I was like, this nigga needs to go home.
I feel like I missed something great last night. I feel terrible.
Yo, you missed a lot. You know what it was? Good hanging. Pause.
Good hanging, definite pause.
Yeah, most definitely pause. It's good hanging.
No
like,
pause. Fun times hanging. I don't need to say pause. Fuck all that bull. It was fun time. Like
Pause.
fun. Like we drank. Like it was raining. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like, yo, we can't walk to the car in this
Yo,
rain.
that's what happened. So we're walking out. Like we're supposed to be done for the night. We're walking out, see it start raining. We're like, well, we're just gonna sit here and
it
order
wasn't
more
like
drinks.
It wasn't
And then
like
we
a
went off.
sprinkle. It was like a torrential downpour,
Yeah.
like a hurricane. To like, if you were out there, you might have got washed away trying to cross the street type shit. So like, there's justification for us to be like, yeah, you know what? They got liquor here. Why don't we just sit here until let's ride it out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then that turned
Man,
into
well,
a
it's a
whole
good
nother
spot.
night.
Yeah, for real, man.
True.
I was so hammered that I forgot that he said that Dave said he was gonna take Lex home. And I looked up from a drunken stupor and was like,
Yep.
yo, where'd everybody go? Sure, I'm about to call a lift home, man. Fuck these dudes. I'm trying to.
I came in. He's like trying to order a lift, and I was like, "Yo, I'm taking you home." He's like, "No, man, I thought you left." I was like, "No, I'm dropping off Lex. I'm here. We out."
I was like, yo, all right then. We get home, or they take me back to the telly. I was just like, I'm fucked up, bro. Like, yeah, you know that when you like there's that moment of just like concession where you're just like,
Yeah. Took it
yeah,
home.
man,
Took it
like
home.
tonight, Lex disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Lex a big ass nigga. So when Lex gone, I look up, ain't no Lex. I'm looking ahead, ain't no Lex. I said, oh man, Day wasn't wearing the Victoria's Secret pink shirt.
He was
last
much
night.
more camouflaged.
Yo, he was undercover as an average man.
He a classic man.
And then I was like, is that what you heard when you put that outfit on? I'm a classic man. You know me, I'm the real OG, I'm a classic man. Yo, but then niggas like, yo, it was the funnest time I've had in a while, yo. And it's just like, I love Pittsburgh, man. Like on the real, like I love comedy, but this is a great scene. There were a couple instances that irritated me.
Oh no, man, it's not.
We're not gonna
really
say that,
Okay.
but
All right, we'll leave that alone.
but it was like kicking it with real people. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I live for. You know what I'm saying? Like making real connections, hang out with people. We can look back on this and be like, yo, remember that time we had the show and then we went to the podcast and then we did this, that, and the third? Those are the moments that I live for. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Well, man, people was definitely with it, man. Like from both of the shows that he had, right? Like, cause like we know the scene, right?
Right.
You know, up until recently, we was like doing this every single day, like together. But like you're still here, and it's we know what people like, and seeing those crowds like react to you the way they did. I mean, the people here liked you, man. It was great.
that's
Yeah,
love.
they
man.
definitely fuck with you. How do you think the chemo has changed your life, or how your outlook on life, or your has it changed you on stage at all? I wonder.
On stage, no. Off stage, I got no patience. I'm emotional. I got like no jokes. Like I'm emotional. I got no like I go to open mic and I see some white male squeezing his Stella Artois with his Star Wars screen print T-shirt and his hoodie and his bright colored Nikes, and he's talking to me, trying to make rape funny or say the N-word. I'm like, nigga, I got cancer, bro. I'm trying to work out a real joke,
I feel you.
and you sitting up here trying to make nigga funny. Louis couldn't even do it. And you think you got the Da Vinci Code to figure this shit out. Like, I have no patience for bullshit. Like, I'm just like, I talk to my management, I talk to my agent, like, what's the deal with the gigs, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save up for a certain goal so I can produce the next one, so I can own the next one, so I can make you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I got goals of what I'm trying to have happen. So when they're like, well, we feel like this is the best thing,
You're like, nah,
are you
fuck all
saying,
that.
do I have an option, or are you saying that this is the way you want it done? If you're saying this is the way you want it done, cool. If you're saying I got an option, I don't want to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. So do you think your lack of patience has it ever gotten you in some sticky situation, or has it generally worked for you because it comes from a motivation? It doesn't come from being an asshole, I guess. It's just like you're so goal-oriented, like you're trying to move forward, constantly trying to move forward. Do you ever find yourself having to be like, let me chill in the moment?
No, of course, man. It works against you because everyone hates someone who's ambitious. It makes them feel like they're not doing enough, and nobody wants to feel like they're inadequate.
But as someone
That's
that
why I
is
think
in-
America's so racist against black people is because like we have to work twice as hard, and it's a constant reminder to them that they're not. They don't have to work as hard when they're white. They get the benefit of the doubt. White privilege is just the benefit of a doubt and the ability to be weird without judgment.
Yo, I just seen some shit about that. This is ignorant. He made a very good point, but this is ignorant. With the Young Jock cut, they was like, how come Young Jock can't add his cut and the random white dude can add the same fucking cut?
because he
and not
didn't
get
perm his
judged?
hair to get that fucking cut. Like it's a whole
Yeah, but it's
so
you talk
there's
about
like
the look, and I
13
guess what I'm-
steps. Like you were a rapper, you were a fucking southern
was that
rapper.
benefit of the doubt,
You
too,
had
though.
to go
Yeah,
through
it's
a
not
lot
good.
of
Nigga,
steps to
Twitter
go from
got him so
southern
good.
rapper.
God,
Yo.
I'm so good.
So quick.
They
They
roasted
go from
him so-
southern rapper
Oh,
in
it was slow rotisserie,
2016
baby.
to
Oh, I was sitting
roasted
there all day
and
on my
laid to
screen.
the side.
I'm not saying I agree with the
To
cut.
like a white dude didn't have to do that. He grew up with that like
He grew
style.
up with that cut,
was a
though.
throwback for him. Like, I mean, like
He got a conch,
Jock
bro.
never had that fucking
Jock's
hairstyle.
impatient. He's trying to-
Like,
Jock
that
is trying to push forward. He's progressive.
It's the same thing with the
That's what we
Kardashians.
call that now.
It's progression. Man.
No, well, that's
Time
the
out, let
thing.
me ask you, you really believe what you're saying right now?
No.
All right, then.
It's the same thing with the Kardashians. Like, they had to buy those asses
Okay.
and lips and shit like that. That's why we're like, yo, you didn't grow up with that shit. Like, you put effort into that. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Effort. That's the adjective we're using? It's
Effort.
called money. They put money into that shit. It's funny, like, it's funny how American culture and pop culture doesn't like dealing with black people issues, but they love black money and they love using black culture.
Man, ayo, you know how many times I see fucking commercials with like black Twitter hashtags and sayings and shit, and
Nigga,
not
McDonald's
nary a
been-
nigga.
I was gonna say
Since
somebody
McRib.
had a fucking McDonald's joke about how McDonald's like changes their commercials to be like
Yeah.
like the Arch Deluxe. I remember that shit. The Arch Deluxe commercial with the
Yeah.
two rapping kids.
White folks look so happy in McDonald's commercial. The Big Mac white folks get look like the actual
It's
Big Mac
crisp.
in the commercial. Black
man.
folks get 3 slices of bread, a punch of lettuce,
Yeah, I stopped
maybe a
fucking
meat
McDonald's.
thrown in there like a frisbee. Like, here's your fucking Big Mac. Here's your McRib. Part of a pig's name is a rib, nigga. What part is? Where's a McRib at? Where's the McRib at?
Ab-
Word, Ab. You think that
I
you
don't
believe
know.
that? I don't think you believe what you saying. But I'm saying, like, remember the Kia Soul commercial with the break dancing
gerbils and
gerbils?
shit?
Yeah.
Niggas is like, even niggas like, yo, dog, y'all gotta chill with this shit.
Yeah.
You still Kia. This is before Blake jumped
Still
over it.
Kia.
They're Koreans. They're Koreans.
This is before
selling,
Blake jumped over the dope Kia.
They're
It's
Koreans
his fault.
selling cars to white people using black fucking memes and culture. That is a whole turducken of
That's
cultural
Inception
fuck.
right
You know
there.
what I mean? Like,
It could be the advertisement.
But they
agency.
gotta get because they gotta get the money. Money
Well,
is the
black
one
money
thing.
is green.
Black money is great, you know. Black money, like, money's everything, man. I love it. I love black money. The thing, here's the thing: black people will support you through thick and thin. White
They love it,
support
they love it.
is fickle.
black support here is a little slower. It's
Home is always the last place to love you.
exactly. That's where I'm at. I'm at
Then-
home.
They not going. I guarantee you, when you go on the road, I'm not talking about Cleveland, Detroit. I'm talking about really. You go to Houston, you go to Phoenix, you go to Seattle, you go wherever. Right? When you go on the road, they're gonna be like,
Oh, you know,
we
I've got
love your
much more black support on the road than I have at home. Is that
because
just
it's
from everywhere you
competition.
go?
You're a threat. See, black
Yeah,
people
yeah.
still feeling that we're still threatening to each other. I'm not threatened by Lex's amazing jokes.
Yeah.
I'm not threatened by your amazing joke. We have a joke on the same premise. I'm not threatened by yours.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're all great comics in our own right. None of us are taking food off each other's plates because we're not all eating the same.
But we also
Right.
are eating together. All of this is,
can.
you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. It's like
Definitely
we
could
eat
be.
together, we eat apart. Like, you know what I mean? So,
But folks are scared to be like, yo, we eating together. I couldn't have done this without you. Like, I couldn't have done, like, I don't look at it like I'm just a headliner or anything like that. Like, I'm just like, yo, I'm the dude that was lucky enough to get chosen to headline the festival. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel like some people get scared of I couldn't do this without you. You know, just having to admit that about a situation, not feeling like it's completely in your control, even though it could still be. Even though you need, you know, you feel what I'm saying?
Nobody's in control, fam. Like, this is the entertainment industry. Nobody's in control. We're
Yeah.
not in control. All we show, the audience is in control.
yeah, exactly.
Sometimes not even them. Sometimes it's the stage manager,
Yeah.
the lighting, the microphone,
you come
the,
to a bad
the audio
venue,
dude.
like you come to a
We're
bad
not.
weekend.
No one's in control. Dog, everyone's just trying to figure it out and get by with what they got. Nobody knows what the fuck we're doing. Nobody in Hollywood gives you a direct answer. Do I have the part or not? You know, we really gonna heavily consider you. Like, you really have a good opportunity. Like, we really liked you. We'll be in touch. Yeah, but I'm about to go on vacation. I need to know if I got money coming in or not. Like, that's what I'm really trying to figure out. Well, you know, we don't
Sprint's
like
been
that.
hitting me up.
Like,
what should
seriously.
I tell them?
You really got to put the pressure on people. Sometimes we like I've told people like, yo, I don't got that time, that luxury of like just twiddling my thumbs. Nigga, like, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, I have to pay rent. So I need to make enough money to pay rent and be able to feed myself at the same time. And then they're like, oh, okay, that's why Hollywood likes young people. So they're not
more
worried.
flexible, yeah.
They can
Yeah,
mold,
they're more flexible and they're more willing to like, oh, you do this? As a grown man, like, what are your limitations? What are you not willing to do for $1? I won't put on a dress. I won't act gay. Those are things I'm not willing to do. There's nothing against that culture or that lifestyle, but I feel like that's what Hollywood does to strong black men to make it more palatable for white America who's scared of strong black men. So I'm not going to do that. And does that mean losing out on roles and money? Of course. But I have a hood I got to go back to.
Do you have a sellout point? Like if they were like, I'm gonna give you, like do you have a sellout? Like
He's not gonna let that slide. Like, everybody's got a price.
15 off top, like straight cat. Like here he is. Like you know what I mean, I know those but I'm just saying, like, cause it's just for me. When I look at certain things in order, like I hate Tyler Perry. It's T. And
Shots fired.
You can edit that.
Tyler
That's
Perry.
gotta go.
Yo, next week we got Terry Jones coming on the podcast.
Cut that
About
shit
to
out.
have our first comic beef.
Yeah. But
Lay
Tyler
out the
Perry,
page.
be like, look, and I hate the motherfucker. Like, I feel like he sells out black culture or whatever. But like, there's certain people that I'm like, if I was offered a certain like Dave Chappelle, right? He was offered that 50 mil. And they basically, and when he talks about it, like he's like, look, they basically put their dick on a pile of money and was like, take this money with this dick, and you gotta and they take full control over that shit. And he walked away from it. That's 50 mil, like guaranteed 50 mil. He just like walked away from it. So, what is there a point?
For me, no. Because again, I grew up in a certain lifestyle. I grew up a certain way that I can't honestly see myself. I have a hood to go back to.
Yeah.
I got a niece and a nephew. I got a mother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got crip homies, you know what I'm saying, that like I fucks with. So it's
Yeah.
like for them to be like, yo, we saw you in this movie dressing like a woman, dressing like Young Thug and like
That's
acting
not
gay.
you. Yeah.
They were like, yo, what's up? I'm like, man, I did it for a check. I'm rich though. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta ask yourself, like, is money worth it? Like after some amount, 50 mil is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But let's break down what 50 mil does. 50 mil puts you in a higher tax bracket. That means you have to pay more taxes. So let's say half of that goes to taxes.
Okay, you had 25.
25 mil. That's still a lot of money, right? That's still a lot of money. 10% goes to your agent. 10% goes to your manager. 20% goes to your lawyer to just help you negotiate the contract.
Yeah.
Bro,
Sucked
that's
up.
40% gone off 25 mil.
Sucked up.
Right? Now you got that money. But
You had about 6.
you got a shorty. You got a house now, right? You got to put that down. No one just cashes out for the house. So you put down what you got to pay for the house, right? And you get a bunch of people. That's not even including family. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to come at you expecting that.
Yeah.
Even if you're like, nah, I'm not close to my family, they still going to come at you like, yo, your little baby cousin. You know, I'm trying to get football gear, this, that, and third. And that little shit, traveling, food, entertainment, you're going to start looking at life a little differently. Before you know it, bro, you might be down to 5 mil. That quick. 5 mil still a lot. I'm not going to shit on it.
But it ain't the 50 mil.
It ain't
That
And
you
it-
sold your soul for.
that
Still
you-
5 though.
It's still 5.
What's your limit, Ed?
I never thought of a price. I just don't like doing. I'm stubborn, so I don't.
Well,
like doing
how
shit I
much
don't
would
wanna
it
do.
cost for you to get an address? Tell me your
How
price.
much would it cost?
For you to be in a dress and to do some sambo.
I would have to have written a skit or something that I wanted to do with a dress. Like I don't have a
No.
concept of
No.
because I'm not gonna do the dress if I don't want to do the dress.
If
like,
an old
the way
man comes-
Martin did the
Nah,
dress,
Old Jewish
Ed-
dude
Ed-
comes
Ed-
through.
I fucks
Ed's
with it.
queen
It's your
is looking
choice.
at him like,
Old,
yeah, my girl in the room.
old
She
Jewish
probably got-
dude.
Hey,
Ed's queen.
Old
got the real
Jewish dude
top-
says, "Hey, I've seen your
She
set.
got the real
I love
Kermit
ya.
the Frog look like.
How old?
so much
I
You're
tell you,
gonna, you're
So
gonna
much
make
TV
millions,
still.
kids. You're gonna make
Quincy
millions,
doesn't
kids.
have
I'm out with it.
kids. She said I could go
I mean,
for
you
the
got
five.
kids,
I could push
Ed?
it past 5 if they
Ed,
approach
hey, you
it.
got kids?
I have 2 kids,
How old?
3 weeks and 2.
Camille. What's your how much
Yeah.
would you sell Ed
Fresh
for
out the
in a
federal.
dress? Like how
He
much would you
fresh out
take
of lockup,
to sell him
fam.
out in a dress?
The fuck is Philly?
they still here.
What the fuck is Pittsburgh filled with? Deceptive parents?
What would you need? We
Well,
give you $1.
you didn't. Yeah, he definitely has 2 kids. 2
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, she pushed that out 3 weeks ago.
She said a check. not a whole
3
lot.
weeks?
I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, man.
People forget. People forget. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. Oh, you could be.
There's a whole.
I feel like I'm sorry. All right, so we
3 weeks out.
Wait, you just 3 weeks ago? You just
Oh yeah.
like, there wasn't no C-section. You just
Nah,
and how old is the other one?
2. Should be 3. Yeah, you gotta knock them out within 3 years of each other, man. Otherwise,
Oh, is that what
they'll
you gotta
hate
do?
each
You
other.
could just not have them. You could just not.
is
do
that the
Or they
blueprint?
don't hate each
Nah.
other. If
I
you
mean-
have multiples, they gotta be within 3 years. Otherwise, they just hate each other, man. They gotta be.
Yo,
in high
that's
school
real. My
1
older
year
sister's
together.
10 and a half years older than me. She can't stand me.
They hate you. You're never in the same space in life. If you're 10 years apart, you're
Word.
never in this until you're like really old.
Word.
You're never in the same space in life. At least when you're 3 years, you get 1 year of high school together. So you get to see your older sibling as a senior. They see your little corny ass as a freshman. Y'all can laugh about it. If she's cool, she'll let you pop one of her friends.
Word.
But how you do comedy? Like with how you grind with the kids?
It's tough. You just gotta.
Cause I got my 11-year-old nephew here,
Yeah.
and I be feeling like that nigga's holding me back. Like
You gotta compartmentalize every aspect of your
You got
life.
kids
like
too, Dad?
Yeah, I got a kid. Me and wifey, she got kids, and we got a niece. So like same thing like with your nephew or whatever. Like I got a niece that like I mean we fucks with and you know I like her. She's blood. So but yeah
that
no like
works.
yeah
Lex, you got kids?
Nope. Not that I know of. Up top.
That I know of.
Up top.
But you gotta schedule. Like all it is a routine as a motherfucker. You gotta have
Yo,
your
respect to y'all, cause kids like my 11-year-old, like we went out to eat, and he's like going through puberty, and he be eating like he got 4 stomachs,
11, damn.
and he be like, Uncle Quincy, can I have this? I'm like, no, I'm not even eating that. Why would you think you deserve a sriracha chicken wrap? Like I'm having a salad, and you having sriracha chicken wrap? No. You get a bottle of water and a sandwich, like every other poor person in the store. But it's weird because it's like I love him, and he's like I'm having to memorize the states and the capitals right now. That's a assignment that we have, you know. But you know, tomorrow we're going to the museums and whatnot and doing all that shit. But it's like it's hard fucking with kids and doing comedy. Like all I think about is like, oh man, I hope he's asleep right now.
Yeah, you hate to feel like they just up chilling and you just out and you're like, fuck.
But then I have another drink, and I'm like, they all right.
Well, yours is 11, so you got a little bit more leeway.
But it's like my sister hate the fact that like I blew up. Like my sister's real bitter with the fact like I'm like, yo, let me get my nephew for, you know, a couple weeks, you know? And she's like, oh, thank you, that'll help. But then like my mom would be like, God, Tree's so upset that you have Jelani, you're taking him to like she doesn't even know that he's in Pittsburgh right now.
Well, if she's a subscriber to our podcast, she knows.
Word.
She is not. I assure you. However, it's just like it's weird, man. Like the animosity and the resentment that comes with being successful is something I never anticipated because I show maximum love. I show support. Like I was raised by OG who's like show max love. So that when people hate, all it looks like is that someone's hating on you they're hating on a person that showed maximum love. You feel what I'm saying? So it makes them look bad. You don't ever look bad.
Yeah.
But the hate comes out the hate comes so strong sometimes, so intense. I text Lex. It was like, niggas thought I'm faking my cancer.
What?
Like niggas is like, yo,
Talking yap.
they're like, yo, I heard he's lying about being terminal. I'm like, all right, why?
Yeah, that's wild shit.
Because a lot of comics have cancer. Not every comic gets an HBO special out of it. So why? There's no way I could have known I would have gotten anything out of it. Why would I lie about it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna feel survivor's guilt because I lived longer than the prognosis the doctor gave me. You're upset. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take an HBO special off your plate. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like there was like one HBO special and 4 niggas had to fight for it, and
got it.
Yeah.
But that's the way niggas make it seem like.
And that's
And
what
so-
you were saying with the throwback when you were saying like you can't really focus on anybody else's grind. You got to focus on your own.
You can't.
So those motherfuckers that are mad that you're doing it, they're not focusing on their own grind. You know what I mean? It's like,
And that's why
it's-
they
it's
not
their-
going nowhere.
Your
Why they don't have it
path,
special.
your path isn't their path, and just like their path isn't yours. You know
Nigga,
what I mean?
that's no there's no set formula to success
At all.
at
There's
all.
no KBB.
A nigga could be like,
Blue book
yo,
value.
I grinded. All you gotta do is grind. Guess what? You got kids. Therefore, we cannot grind the same way.
Yeah.
You feel me? Boom. Nigga, plot twist. So how are we supposed to grind the same? You feel me? Some niggas are more skilled in other aspects of the game. Some niggas know how to edit. Some people know how to do video. Some people are photogenic. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? Not everybody's the same thing.
Yeah.
So, what do you do? What are you supposed to do in that moment? You just gotta fucking ride
Do
it
what
out.
you do.
You do.
know what I
You
mean?
gotta do what you do.
Yeah.
I can't. Do I wish I had other niggas' skill set? If I was better at math, I would not be doing comedy. I'd be doing anything else but that. If I had this nigga Dave's voice, nigga,
That's why I be trying to tell him that.
I'd be a
voice,
phone
man.
sex operator, guaranteed. $12 a minute.
He got the shirt.
Girl. I want you to
FaceTime.
slowly take off what you wearing right now. Oh yeah, this is
Why me? 'Cause
for
Lex-
$12.99.
wore the shirt.
Continue.
Because Lex
the-
is on this motherfucker too, and he's got a very soldier, and his shit actually matches his body type.
That's
like
why it's
I'll
not
walk
weird.
in to
That's
a
why it's
place
acceptable.
and I'll speak, and motherfuckers like, I didn't expect that to come from you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just look like, how's it going? Like Andy Dick type voice.
But
You know what I
it
mean?
works quite
but when
well.
Lex
That's
comes
an Andy
in,
Dick type
they
shit.
expect like this sultry ass. So not only do you got the look for it, and you got the voice. Like,
When
Thank
Lex
you.
smoke a cigarette, I be like, Lex smoke a cigarette like, yeah. Y'all about to go tell these joke? All right, I'll see you in Pittsburgh. I landed this day. I be like, I want to smoke. I look at Lex smoke. I'm like, that shit look cool.
They should have me be the Marlboro man or something. That would have worked to bring it back.
The real nigga
It was
Marlboro
We was
man.
talking about that.
Yeah.
Lex was coming to commercial.
They gonna appropriate the Marlboro.
There's a reason why they banned dudes like that, because it was too cool. That's exactly what happened. Oh, sweet.
nice.
Hey,
They
man.
selling dime bags of Swedish fish
those
up here.
edibles?
That's the type of neighborhood we in recording.
Are these edible?
They got sandwich bags of Swedish fish at the counter.
It's on the
I
one
gotta
side.
ask. That's how LA I am. I'm like, is this regular Swedish fish? Or is
been
it
conditioned,
Swedish
brother.
Swedish fish?
You've been conditioned.
He's medical Swedish. So where can they find you, Quincy? Where can they find you, man? Online? You
I'm
got
in these
anything coming
streets. This Swedish fish done hit a nigga's appetite right now. No,
Turn on.
y'all should have brought that in here. But you can find me on Twitter, on the gram, at LLQJ206. I'm maxed out on Facebook, but please support, man. Support the podcast. Like,
Word.
review, comment, spread the love. This is a great podcast. Drinking Partners. I'm happy to be here. Support Pittsburgh Comics, Pittsburgh Comedy Fest. Shout out to them. I wouldn't be on this podcast without them. Shout out to Nick, the photographer, for having a great undercover studio right outside the trap house.
You got any shows coming up?
I got a theater. If you're in Seattle on September 23rd,
Yeah, we got a little bit of a shout out to the West Coast, because like about a third of our shit come from the West Coast, and I think it's just because they have a long ass ride. Like in America, you probably get the longest rides in like Cali and New York. You know what I mean?
that's true. If you're in Seattle on September 23rd, I'm doing my first theater. I might try and record that and see if I can mine something from it. But gonna do that at the Neptune Theater. Tickets on sale at the neptunetheater.org. I'll be in New York September 13th through the 20th. Kicking with Lex, of course.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because recognize Real, and he's very familiar. And then I'm gonna take a break. I'm going to Cancun. Sorry, I'm going to Puerto Vallarta. I'm going there.
Vallarta, what's down there?
I'm just taking a vacation. I'm going to a wedding. I'm taking a vacation.
I've been on a tear for 5.5 months.
Yeah.
Like I've been going since March, nonstop. So now
self-care is important.
I don't know what to do on vacation, so I'm gonna go to a resort.
And have fun.
I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. You're gonna realize what it is to be a normal human being.
I don't know. I'm terrified. I don't know what being a normal human being.
Read a paper.
Huh?
People won't know who you
I'm
are.
gonna read a paper. I'm
will
gonna
see
sit by a beach.
They won't be kissing your ass.
I'm gonna let tweets fly. Like I don't know. Like I'm gonna
let
watch Taylor novellas. There's a lot. Just do
I
all
will
the
watch
other
the
shit.
Spanish soap opera.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my.
You have to though.
That's my fetish.
Lex, man.
Interesting fetish.
Lex, what you got coming up,
What's your
man?
fetish?
Where can they find you?
I'm
Swedish fish.
I'm on the 6:30 show for the Comedy Festival tomorrow. Then I'm at the Lotus show for WDVE tomorrow night too. So that's gonna be fun. The man who asked me the question just sprinted off on me, so I'm gonna continue speaking into the ether. Now, so I'm at Lotus show tomorrow after the Pittsburgh Comedy Festival show.
Oh, you gotta take a seat. Now you gotta do the rundown. Is that comfortable?
And I'm here next weekend too.
Now listen.
Word.
Yeah.
We have a replacement day.
Yo, so that's good. We want to make sure that we keep the podcast rolling effortlessly. So those are your dates. That's where you're gonna be at.
Yeah.
So y'all check out Norlex Belma at Norlex Said on Twitter. And what about you, Ed? What you got coming up?
Well, we have.
What do we have?
We got, because you know, Dave, we got September 24th down in Swissville.
Right.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Very high. We got on the 26th, we're back at Compton Theater. This is Days. Fucking you missing the rundown.
I
forgot the Swissville spot with the
Quincy
C.
Jones.
Oh, so what are we doing? The rundown what we got going on?
Crusaders?
So we got an aggravated assault over at Black Forge on the 22nd. On the 21st, we have City Theater, Southside, live podcast. 23rd, we have. I don't think that's a date.
knows a lot about
And then the 24th, we have Goodfellas down in Swissville, man.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
Good
it was.
fucking
Goodfellas.
Crusaders. I was way.
Make sure
Yeah.
you like and comment on the podcast, please, so we can.
I appreciate that, man. Usually I'm the only one doing that. I don't usually have support, man. Like, take lessons, Ed. Get
Me,
a
I
little.
do that.
Quincy
I have my
Jones
saying after
really
you say it
proactive.
for consistency and branding.
This couch is dope. I love
Like
it.
you do it for consistency.
We might have to start doing this with me on the couch and you over there. Like, I just feel so much better.
We could.
I love how Quincy
You have
Jones
options.
has continued to quarterback the conversation. I am Day. It's been a great podcast with my amazing co-host Ed. This has been Drinking Partners. Shout out to Norlex Belma.
Shout out to Quincy Jones.
Shout out to Quincy. He just came back in from Norlex.
Change shirts.
Shout out to this motherfucker, this photographer, this paparazzi
Buzzy.
shit.
I think his
I'm
name is
so
Buzzy.
sick of your act. This nigga
I
had
think he
one
just been
job.
signed off.
Quietly take pictures. Knocking over wood. Pause.
I think we've been signed off.
Is that right?
As always, Drinking Partners is the crew. Epicast is the family. Let's do a cheers. Fine. I guess I'll do Jameson.
87,
me a-
episode 87.
And it sounds like number 3.
Especially with Lex in the building.
Ed, Day, Lex, man. A pleasure meeting you niggas, man.
Yeah. Thank you
Nah,
for coming
man,
on, man.
appreciate-
We appreciate you,
appreciate
man.
you. Yeah, for
Thank you, Pittsburgh Comedy Festival, for putting the whole thing on. Swissville, whatever we're going to be at, because I just pasted those two together for some reason because I'm drunk as fuck. iTunes, Stitcher, Lipson, Drinking Partners, and I'm out.
We did it. I had already done the sign off, and then we did a drink.
I'd like to. I'd like to go ahead and take this moment to thank Los Angeles comedy, New York comedy, and my haters. I do not appreciate haters because they make my job more difficult. I'm not Catwoman. Huh? That is Ed's wifey.
I live in Los Angeles. I'm from Seattle.
Yes, we are. They just we did Partners in Screw Epicast is the fam. Yeah.
Oh, so that was on throwaway shit. Good shit. All right.
I live in LA.
Sorry. Well, we're not recording anymore.